Hello, good morning. Welcome once again to News Update brought to you by Studio 77, the go-to source for the latest and the most important stories. I'm Ade Adeleke Favour to Beauty Always on Duty, and I'm here to give you the story that matters. Now let's dive into today's news. On the national news, President Tinubu returns to Abuja after UK-France trip. President Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja after a working visit and retreat in France and London lasting 18 days. President Tinubu departed Nigeria on Wednesday, April 2, spending some time in Paris, the French capital, before he reportedly proceeded to London 2 weekends ago. The presidency said while away, Tinubu maintained contact with key government officials overseeing critical national matters, including directives to security chiefs to address emerging threats in some states. Presidential aide accuses governors of misusing security votes amid rising insecurity. The special advisor to the president on policy communication, Daniel Bala, on Monday blamed state governors for the rising cases of killings nationwide, especially the recent incidents in Plateau, Benue and Enugu states. His remarks came after the recent weeks of gory episodes as gunmen killed at least 120 villagers in Plateau's Bokos and Bassa local government areas on April 14, displacing nearly 2,000 people and drawing condemnation from Amnesty International, which described the attacks as an inexcusable security failure. Benue killing death toll rises to 72. The death toll from recent attacks in Benue State, Ukum and Logo local government areas has risen to 72, prompting call for increased security measures. The governor of Benue State, Hyacinth Alia, worried by the rising number of persons killed, reiterated the urgent need for federal government to step up security surveillance in Benue State to prevent the scale of attacks and killings across the state. Now let's move on to the world of politics. Jigawa Governor's controversial act. Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi has figuratively torn the membership cards of defectors from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) while welcoming them to the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). He assured the defectors that they would be fully integrated into the APC structure and treated equally. APC National Assembly working to enable diaspora Nigerians vote, Ganduje. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has hinted that the ruling party is working closely with the National Assembly to ensure that Nigerians in the diaspora vote during elections. Ganduje, a former governor of Kano State, further assured the gathering that the APC in Nigeria was growing stronger, stressing that its stability has triggered the wave of defection from opposition parties ahead of the 2027 election. APC suspends Abia secretary over violation of party constitution. The All Progressive Congress (APC) Aliyaku Ward 2 Umuahia South Local Government Area, Abia State, has suspended the state secretary of the party, Mr. Chidi Avaja, for an alleged violation of their constitution. They accuse the APC state secretary of allegedly hijacking the party by single-handedly appointing an acting ward chairman after the death of the ward chairman in disregard of Congress-elected party officials. Now let's move on to the world of business and economy. NIMET workers begin indefinite strike over unmet demand. The workers of Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) are set to begin an indefinite strike starting on Tuesday, April 22, 2025, following months of unmet demands and what union leaders describe as repeated breaches of a collective bargaining agreement by the agency's management. All NIMET staff across the country have been directed to withdraw all services from the agency indefinitely with effect from midnight of Tuesday, 22nd April 2025, without exception until otherwise directed. Manufacturers record 2 trillion unsold finished goods. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria (MAN) reported that unsold finished goods rose to 2.14 trillion naira in 2024, attributing this to weakened consumer purchasing power. EFCC admits STUML certificate not clearance to operate in Nigeria amid CBEC collapse. The EFCC stated that a STUML certificate is not equivalent to clearance to operate in Nigeria, addressing misconceptions following the CBEC collapse. The EFCC, in a statement on Monday, admitted that ST Technologies, not CBEX, is registered with the STUML in line with the Section 17 of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Now let's move on to the news on health. West Africa polio campaign, Nigeria, Chad, Niger orders to vaccinate 83 million children. In a renewed effort to eradicate circulating polio variant type 2 in the Lake Chad Basin, ministers of health from Cameroon, the Central African Republic, Chad, Niger and Nigeria has launched a synchronized regional vaccination campaign aimed at protecting 83 million under 5 children. The initiative is a crucial milestone in the fight against variant poliovirus type 2, which continues to pose a threat to millions of children across the region. Let's move on to the dynamic world of sports. Ighalo advises Osimhen. Former Nigerian striker Odion Ighalo has urged Victor Osimhen to consider a move to the Premier League, suggesting it would be beneficial for his career. Leeds and Burnley promote to Premier League. Leeds United and Burnley have secured promotion to the Premier League for the 2025-2026 season after decisive victories. Now let's move on to the international news. Pope Francis passes away at 88. Pope Francis, the 266th Pontiff of the Roman Catholic Church and the first from Latin America, passed away on April 21, 2025 at the age of 88. The Vatican confirmed that he died from a stroke followed by a heart failure at his residence. Pope Francis was elected in 2013 and served for 12 years. His papacy was marked by efforts to reform the church, promote inclusivity and advocate for the marginalized. He was known for his humility, commitment to environmental stewardship, and interfaith dialogue. And with this, we've come to the end of today's news update. Do well to give us a like, share and comment, and also do well to follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook at Studio77, on YouTube at The Studio 77, on X at Studio 077, on TikTok at The Studio 77, and there's a slight change on Instagram. We now go by at The Studio 077. Thank you for tuning in to Studio 77 News Updates. Do not forget that the news does not stop, and neither do we. Join me again tomorrow morning for more updates. I remain Beauty always on duty. Till then, stay informed, stay safe, and have a great day ahead. Bye.